YouTube? It's your girl here, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How you all doing? I'm doing okay. Hanging in there, you all. Hanging in there. I want to jump in and talk about why we are struggling to be happy. It's a fact that quite a few people are not as happy as they could be at times, including myself. That's why I'm talking about this. Before I get started, please hit subscribe, hit like, and share. I've been doing a lot of relationship videos. That's something that's always been near and dear to my heart. I still want to do some other videos, a little bit more about NACA, home buying, and how to build your confidence. There's a couple more videos I promise too. So look, I'm falling behind on my work, but I have to do what I feel inspired to do. This is how I do my videos. Sometimes I'll just be like, God, give me something to say to them, and can't go wrong when you follow God. So what's up with this not being happy? I'm going to be toggling back and forth on a couple of articles I researched, so bear with me, but I think you might get something out of this. Oh God, I'm not gonna get nothing out of this. These glasses are disgusting. I hate glasses. That's why I wear contact lenses, but these are my readers. They always have lint and fingerprints, and there be all kind of stuff going on. All right, now let's get it. Two reasons why. Let me go the other way. I'll come back to that. Reasons why some people are not happy. You don't have the intention to be happy. Honey, this is true. Surprisingly, some people choose not to be happy. Have you encountered people who always find a way to be angry, upset, and unhappy? Now, I'm not angry, but I'm a big complainer. Like I told you all, I'll throw myself under the bus. If I can't be true about me, how can I help somebody else? I know I'm a big complainer. And if I don't like something, honey, I'll go to town. And I'll kind of get in a loop where I'll talk about it often, especially a job I don't like. That is a trigger for me. But some people, they just always unhappy. No matter what's going on. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like her. I don't think they like me. And you're like, oh my God, I think it's you. After a while. People like this have problems with their fundamental attitudes. Unless they change, they can never be happy in life. You'll see maybe some movies in real life where some men bring a lady home and their mother just doesn't like that lady. Nobody's good enough for their son, when in actuality, you need to be glad somebody wants your son. I cannot stand hearing that type of stuff, because we should not put our kids on a pedestal. Yes. I'm sure your son or your daughter is the best person on earth. We already know that's how mom and dad feels about most kids. Some be like, yeah, no. And you should feel like that. You should feel proud. But let's not get delusional. Your son, your daughter can do stuff wrong. Sometimes your son or daughter is selfish, or God forbid, some are not good people. So keep it real. I was going to go down a dark road to say something about my personal situation, but I won't even go there. About the past. So listen to this. How often do you sit down and think consciously about being happy? I think Abraham Lincoln said we are as happy as we make up our mind to be. One primary reason why many people aren't excited is they don't have the intention to be satisfied. Most people think happiness has to come to them from someone else. If I get married, I'm gonna be happy. The lady that really want the baby, and I'm not making light of that, because some women and men are meant to be parents, and they are great parents, but sometimes when we put too much emphasis on it, it'll lose us. It just goes back to that relationship thing. If you want to get married so bad, I want to meet a guy, I want to meet a guy, I want to meet a guy. It's that desperation. It's not a good look, and it's really pushing that thing away. I'm going to jump on, gave me a little segue. Lately, I've been getting the question, are you dating? When are you going to date? Are you dating? I don't like that too much. I'm not trying to be so thin-skinned. what you want me to do? You know, then when you ask people, hey, I'm single, do you know anybody? No, I don't know nobody. No. Okay, then I'm the type, I'm gonna ask questions, because when you put me on the spot, I'm putting it back on you. What would you do if you were single, you was my age? Girl, I don't know what I would. Well, shut up then. You know, I'm not trying to be smug, but my God, let it ride. It's okay with the dating thing with me. God knows, trust and believe. Sometimes we are meant to be where we are. This is my season. This is my journey. And as long as I keep getting out, as long as I smile and keep talking to new people, it's bound to happen. Let's let it ride, you know? So there we go. Most people think happiness has to come from someone. No man or woman is going to make you happy. And stop being delusional, you all. That's what the social media is really got people in their feelings. Just because you see somebody on the picture with their husband and Sierra and Russell Wilson and whoever, Beyonce, Jay-Z, I don't know what y'all looking at. Don't believe what you see. And I'm not saying Sierra and Russell are not happy. I'm assuming they are. You know, I hope they are. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to win. But just because somebody's married don't mean they're happy. I know quite a few very unhappy married couples. So stop it. Stop it. We think happiness has to come from somewhere. If I had $1 million, every time I hear that, I just cringe. And I know why they're saying that. Stuff that got so high, working for people, they don't appreciate you. You feel like it's a losing battle. You get that $1 million, 600,000. Uncle Sam gonna get his 400,000 off the top. What are you gonna do with it? Would you even know how to balance it? Do you even balance your checkbook now? So these are things you want to ask. Please don't say you're gonna go buy a big house with $1 million, because it's really only 600,000. And if you live in Illinois like me, I would say a house for me that I might really like is gonna be 300,000, or it's upper twos to 300. So already half my money is gone. So you really got to think about what you're saying. That money is not going to bring you happiness. It will help take away some of your problems, but it's not going to sustain the happiness unless you invest it correctly, start your own business. You know, it's a way that you can use that 600,000 to create some form of happiness, possibly. Another reason why people are not happy, you don't know what you're doing. You work this dead-end job, they underpaying you, your manager is not a good person, and that's a bad way to spend your 8 hours, 10 hours. People spend most of their time in their workplace. You waste much of your life if you do not love what you do. Working hours are the most vital part of your day. And living in total. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not having fun at work, life will never be happy. Facts. Facts. I have had the worst jobs. Sitting there, I remember one job downtown Chicago. The place was so dark, it looked like a doggone dungeon. That's what it reminded me of. I think it was the Wrigley building. Oh, I was like, this is so creepy. Then this racist guy sitting next to me lied on me and said all I do is talk on the phone and play on the internet. Ended up getting let go. It was a contract job. But I was so depressed anyway in my own world. I was depressed. Coming there made my depression heavier. I had to say Jesus all day in my head. Jesus, 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 help me get out of here. Jesus. That's no way to live. So when they let me go, I'm walking down Michigan Avenue cracking up. My sister was nervous, my younger sister. She was like, and I had worked like 8 hours overtime. So I had 48 hours for the week. You got paid weekly. And they let me go. So that messed up my overtime. And I'm just walking down the street, Michigan Avenue, one of our main streets downtown Chicago. And I'm laughing hysterically. My sister said, are you okay? I said, girl, they don't let me go. I said, I'm so freaking happy. She goes, what? I said, I hated that job. So I know it's easy to say, it's cliche, but please, look, I beseech you, if you can, in any shape, form, or fashion, try to find you something you love. I don't care if you're in your 40s, 50s. Don't feel like I'm too old to start over. It's a damn shame to spend your life doing a job you despise. That is like unfair to you. It's a waste of space. It really is. And I know I know this economy is not good, and some of us make good money. We can't afford to oh, these glasses. We can't afford to quit jobs and stuff. But honey, baby, it's a bad way to live your life. Miserable. Wake up in the morning, you mad. You get off work, you mad, and it creates depression. I've been there before, and sometimes I'm feeling it now a little bit when I get irritated with what I'm doing. Happy and successful people do what they love the most. Somehow they found a way to align their true passion, life, and career to a single point. So me, I was in corporate. I was a buyer. I was in procurement for many years. I kind of liked it within reason. See, for me, it's a lot of variables. Manager, if you got a crappy manager, game over for me. I don't want to deal with no bad manager. I just don't. So I'm blessed. The last two I've had have been, first one top tier, my second one I love. So I'm doing good in that category. Thank the Lord for that, because I can't deal with a crappy manager. It's just not worth my time. Okay, number one, your coworkers. That plays a role in really what you're doing. As a therapist now, I changed careers in 2015. Well, so I went back to school, but like that, and went into social work. I love being a therapist. Now that don't feel like work to me. Being a counselor with the teens and the preteens, I can't say that that's my passion. I just can't. I love kids, I like kids, I love kids, but it's for me. It's a divide there. I'm old school. I'm not saying I don't understand youth of today. I do, but it's a whole nother video probably. It's just not my strong suit. I just love doing a. I won't even say I like doing. I love doing individual therapy. That's what I'm just gonna say. Put like that and keep it moving. So that's more my passion, and I feel like I'm being led more into that. I would like to get into cancer exercise to help survivors, and I would like to get more into yoga for my clients. So that's something I'm thinking about for the future for my own practice. This is a big one, number 3. You don't have a deeper emotional bonding. Unhappy people never build emotional connections with their friends or loved ones. And so it's so much opposition going on between male and female that us females, women, we think men are not emotional or they can't bond. But there are quite a few women with walls up too. And I think I could be like that sometimes. I always tell the truth on here to you all. So when you have trauma, or it depends on how you were raised. I felt like my parents were somewhat loving. They were good parents, but sometimes I don't know if they showed a lot of emotions at times. You grab that stuff. We are how we were raised. And I thought I was a pretty emotional. I am emotional, but I thought I was loving and showed affection to my last guy. He was like, Tammy, sometimes you're not that affectionate. I'm like, oh my God. You know how you really think you got it going on, and then you're maybe not. I mean, he is affectionate, I would say. Yeah, he's affectionate, but he's closed off too. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we all feel like we have it going on, but we all could do a little bit more work. It says people that don't have the deep emotional bonding, I could speak on this, could be trauma, lack of trust. So when something really bad happens to people, it doesn't just only affect their romantic relationships. It can affect friendships, siblingships, and they become closed off. You fear people might take you for granted if you are emotionally connected. You've been engaged, you've been in a relationship, and you got cheated on. Man or female, doesn't matter. Now you got a wall up, because there I go with that, you got a wall up because you don't want that to happen again. You project yourself as a strict officer with whom people don't want to make close friendships. Well, I make close friendships, but I can be firm. And in all fairness, I'm often looking like, okay, what they own. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I think that is people come with baggage and they come with drama and trauma. So sometimes people are your friend, but then they have another side. And sometimes Tammy don't want to be bothered with that. Point blank, period. I got my own stuff, honey. I can't I can't save you. I could be a good friend, but I can't save you. So some people are pretty needy. Yeah, you are very good at finding faults and mistakes people make. Oh, that's me. I could be judgmental. I admit that. It's not a good look. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I do not do this. You constantly compare yourself with others. Heck no, I do not. It's comparison is the thief of joy. You have a habit of comparing yourself with others. You compare yourself with siblings, friends, colleagues, neighbors. I don't even know my damn neighbors. I don't. I live next to a gentleman and his wife and his little dog Max. I live next to another guy and his girlfriend or whatever I think they are. And there's some neighbors downstairs. I don't know them intimately. Some of them seem nice enough. How am I going to compare myself to them? I don't even know them. Okay, as far as my siblings, yeah, no, it's a no for me. I wouldn't dare compare myself with my siblings because we are like night and day. So it's just don't make no kind of sense. And why would I compare myself with my friends? For what? For what? Colleagues, for what? Yeah, it's a no for me. Let me speak on that. So if you are doing that, you constantly compare yourself with others. You want to ask yourself why. I feel that people who do this have low self-esteem. It may be normal to compare, but it's not healthy because especially if you're not happy and you start comparing yourself with your friend that makes six figures and you make 49,000, 50. What for? What you doing that for? Is any good gonna come out of that? So what breaks that up? Comparing yourself with others is getting happy within. Nobody has the fingerprints of Tammy Cherise Walker. Nobody has my DNA except my sisters, I do believe. Is that right? My sister with the same mother and father. I hope that's right. I think that's correct. My late parents, they're not even alive. But why would I compare myself with somebody else? I'm just me. I'm happy. I'm happy with me. That I am. I'm happy with myself. So if you do this, try to stop by building yourself up. Become happy with how you look. If you're not happy, change it. Change your hair. Get in that gym. And I'm not all about size 2, look better than a 22. Whatever size you are, rock it. If you have a bigger top and a smaller bottom, accent what you got. If you're a man, please keep your face groomed. Men, they look scruffy when they don't shave. You got to keep your stuff together. I think men think we don't look. I look at fingernails. I can't stand see no dirty fingernails. You would never touch me with dirty fingernails. We need to take care of ourselves. What about your mind? Do you need to talk to someone? Do you need to journal? Do you need to start going for walks? Don't let this working remote thing get you twisted. Some people, I love working remote. I'm like, I don't. I like to move. That's just me though. Again, everybody's different. Don't compare yourself with your friends. Because one thing about friends, this is what I'm learning and see. They'll talk about other people, but they do the same stuff. And they'll act like they have it together, but they're not telling you their deepest and darkest secrets. Friends only tell you a little bit. So I don't even buy that no more either. Which is fair, because I don't tell everybody my business either. I'm just saying, please don't compare yourself. And honestly, if social media has you feeling some type of way, you need to limit how much you look at it. There's no way I'm going to look at social media and be jealous of somebody. Because I don't even trust half the stuff I'm seeing. Filters. And, that's right there is a whole video. The habit of comparing yourself with others will put you in a state of consistent discontent. I often hear people say, I was on Instagram. I saw my friend and her husband. They were in Hawaii. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Why aren't I doing this? Oh, God, I'm start coughing. Hold on one second. Oh, I had a coughing spell. I think it's trying to come back again. But I know there are some people they'll say, I was on Instagram, I saw somebody and their husband, here and there, and they had a big wedding. They did this. It's just, mm-mm. You are not a slave to social media. You are not a victim. When something is affecting your mental health, you pull back from it. And this is where self-control and discipline, it really goes hand in hand. Don't sit there and make yourself miserable because you're jealous or envious of somebody. It's a waste of time when you too can have a good life. Strive to take a nice trip. You don't have to be with a husband or a wife. Please don't compare. It's a surefire way to make yourself very depressed. My God. You know what? This is so much stuff. I'm going to have to probably do a part two. I think I'm going to stop at number 5. Because, yeah, for time and just to hold your attention. Maybe I'll do a part 2. Hold on, you all. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some stank up in it. You don't take ownership and responsibility, baby. This is on point. Listen to this. You often feel helpless in life. You think your life is not in control, and your circumstances drive your life. You always blame others for your problems and challenges. You don't have control of what's happening in your life. You always complain about others and life circumstances. Many people spend all their time on social media or watch Netflix all night. Netflix chill. They postpone things and are constantly procrastinating. They don't own up to the tasks that they have to complete and are not responsible. Yet they believe outside forces like fate, I think they meant fate, chance, and luck controls their lives. Real talk. So, how can I say some of this stuff? Wow, that's a broad one. Okay, like some people, I don't want to talk about my people. I love my people, but I want to be a little real here. And some of it is true. We'll be like, we're being held down because of our race, which, hey, you all, I can't lie on this channel. It wouldn't be dreams are reality. It'd be dreams are fake. I have experienced in my life, I've worked since 1985. I am in my 50s, and I began working as a 15-year-old, and I saw some things. So as I got a little older, I noticed some of my counterparts made way more money than me. So eventually I started to see there was a salary disparity among racial groups. So it's facts, okay? We can't change reality, baby. We gotta rock and roll with it. Now, let's fast forward to 2024. Things have gotten better. No cigar, but better. We can be entrepreneurs. We can educate ourselves. We can require and request more money. So that's what I started doing. You're not going to hire me and pay me peanuts because I paid my dues. I have over 30-some years of experience and 2 degrees. Yes, you're going to pay me. So we're not a victim. We are victors. I keep telling you all on my channel, when you go for job interviews, ask for a range. If you would like to make $75,000 to $95,000, please ask for that. If you want to make 65, say 65 through 80,000. Give a range. They just may meet you in the middle. They may meet you on the higher end. But we lowball ourselves. Always brag on your education, your experience, your professionalism, and command and demand what you deserve. Stop lowballing yourself, you are. These companies have the money, and you don't take ownership and responsibility. If you ask someone, why did you get a divorce? She did this, she did that. So I remember being on the phone with my cousin, and he had his friend on the phone, which I don't know why. And so the guy was like, "Yeah, you're a therapist. Maybe you can help me. I went through a divorce." I said, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, I don't want to do therapy on the phone with this guy. That's my job, so I don't want to do that on my free time. He goes on to say, "I don't know what happened with me and my wife, blah blah blah." Towards the end of the conversation, he said, "Well, I guess she's angry with me because I cheated with her cousin." I had nothing to say to that, you know. So he's not taking ownership or responsibility. Or somebody very close to me that's young, this older guy tried to talk to her, and he said he was talking to her. Long story short, and she was telling him she was young, you know, under 19. And he was like, "Oh, you trying to get me in trouble?" "No, sir, you're a pervert. You're over 40 trying to talk to this very young lady." But that's not taking ownership or responsibility. Or breaking up with somebody. "What happened with your relationship?" "Oh, she did this and she did that." But not saying what you did. Oh, my ex, he was this and he was that. But they're not saying what they did. When we don't take responsibility, we're being a victim. Or we're being untrue is what we're being. And we do have control over how we treat others. We have control over the money we ask for. We have control over our life. Sometimes we got to work hard to improve our life. And it may mean working two jobs. It may mean doing a little overtime. But, you know, what you need and what you desire, it will come to you because you're going to go get it. You're not a victim. I hope something I said helped you. I know I've said a whole lot. I'll do a part two to this one because you can go on and on about being happy. I think we'll never be 100% happy. Happiness can be fleeting. Happiness is an inside job. I think one of the biggest mistakes we make is seeking happiness outside of ourselves and thinking somebody's going to come and save us and thinking that other people have a better life than us. Everybody's on a journey. Your journey is not going to look like mine. Mine is not going to look like yours. Sometimes the absolute worst things for me, having cancer, can be the game changer for my life. If I didn't have cancer, I wouldn't have had the guts to get into a whole new field in my 40s and become a social worker. Cancer made me bold. It made me take more, what am I trying to say, responsibility and more, what am I trying to say? Made me become more grateful about my health. It made me pay more attention to my body. And it let me know that my intuition was very sharp. I felt like something was wrong with my breast area because I was doing the self breast exams. And it was very true because I had breast cancer. I was only 36 years old. I would not have gotten a mammogram until 40. So trust your gut. Always. And even when bad stuff happened, try to rewrite that story and get some good out of it. Everything bad that happens to us is not to kill us, to harm us. It's to change us. It's to wake us up. It's to get our attention. You can make lemonade out of lemons. You won't be able to see the sunshine until you see the rain. You can't see a rainbow without the rain. You won't understand happiness until you have some pain. You feel me? Tammy C. Walker, I'm signing off. Thank you all for sticking with me. Bye.